Russian Defense Minister presents servicemen of the Armed Forces of the Russian Federation with general shoulder boards. The Ministry of Defense of the Russian Federation reported on the results of the special military operation for the period from 3 to the 8th of December 2023. The Armed Forces of the Russian Federation inflicted 30 group strikes with high-precision weapons and unmanned aerial vehicles on the military airfield infrastructure, arsenals, storage sites for artillery ammunition, military hardware, as well as enemy PAL bases. In Donetsk direction, 18 attacks launched by the Ukrainian armed forces have been repelled in this area. The enemy losses were more than 1,560 troops, 12 armored fighting vehicles, 17 motor vehicles, and 22 field artillery guns. Air defense systems shot down 5 Ukrainian aircraft and 1 Mi-8 helicopter of the Ukrainian Air Force. In addition, 11 HIMARS projectiles, 2 HARM anti-radiation missiles, 2 S-200 converted surface-to-surface missiles, 1 JDAM guided aerial bomb, as well as 224 Ukrainian unmanned aerial vehicles were shot down. The Russian Defense Ministry shows Su-25 ground attack aircraft, 152mm Jiatsin B guns, T-80 BVM tank crews, and FPV drones in action within the special military operation. Moreover, artillery of Center Group of Forces fired 122mm agitation shells at Ukrainian positions. Another AFU POW tells how he was mobilized and taken prisoner. NBC protection troops undergo training on a training ground in Special Military Operations Zone. In the course of counter-battery warfare, the group's artillery neutralized 2 mortar crews near Stepove and Novoslavka. The Russian armed forces delivered long-range air-launched precision-guided group strikes on AFU Alka and Grad MLRS ammunition depots, as well as Grom operational tactical missiles. The goal of the strikes have been achieved. All the assigned targets have been engaged. In Kupiansk direction, units of the Zapad group of forces supported by helicopters and artillery inflicted fire damage on manpower and hardware of the AFU 43rd Mechanized Brigade and 113th Territorial Defense Brigade near Kurilovka and Petropavlovka. The AFU losses amounted to up to 105 Ukrainian troops, 3 motor vehicles, as well as 1 Vostok self-propelled artillery system. In Krasny Liman direction, units of the Center Group of Forces repelled 1 attack launched by an assault detachment of the AFU 1st Ukrainian National Guard Brigade near Serebryansky Forestry. In addition, strikes were delivered at clusters of AFU manpower near Grigorovka. The AFU losses in this direction amounted to up to 155 Ukrainian troops, as well as 2 armored fighting vehicles and 3 motor vehicles. In Donetsk direction, units of the Yug group of forces supported by aviation and artillery repelled 5 enemy attacks near Belogorovka, Krasnoy, and Shumy and inflicted fire damage on manpower of the AFU 22nd, 93rd Mechanized Brigades and 79th Air Assault Brigade close to Marodinka, Kurdyumovka, Andreevka, and Kleshchevka. The AFU losses amounted to up to 200 Ukrainian troops killed and wounded, 2 armored fighting vehicles, 2 motor vehicles, 1 M-Stabi howitzer, and 1 D-30 gun. In South Donetsk direction, units of the Vostok group of forces supported by helicopters and artillery repelled 1 attack launched by an assault detachment of the AFU 58th Motorized Rifle Brigade near Novodonskoy. The AFU losses amounted to up to 80 Ukrainian troops killed and wounded, as well as 2 motor vehicles. In Zaporozhye direction, units of the Russian group of forces supported by aviation and artillery inflicted fire damage on manpower and hardware of the AFU 33rd, 117th, 118th Mechanized Brigades, and 128th Mountain Assault Brigade close to Stepnogorsk, Pyatikatki, Verbovoy, and Rabatino. The AFU losses amounted to up to 35 Ukrainian troops, 2 motor vehicles, 1 D-30 howitzer, as well as 1 Vostok self-propelled artillery system. In Kherson direction, as a result of actions of the Russian group of forces supported by artillery and aviation, the AFU lost up to 50 Ukrainian troops and 3 motor vehicles, operational, tactical, and army aviation, unmanned aerial vehicles, and missile troops and artillery of the Russian groups of forces destroyed 1 ammunition depot of the AFU 120th Territorial Defense Brigade near Volchansk, struck military infrastructure at Kolbakino Airfield, and engaged AFU manpower and hardware in 118 areas during the day. 11 Ukrainian unmanned aerial vehicles were intercepted by Russian air defense units close to Topovka, Shipilovka, Opatnoy, Skelovatoy, and Vasilievka. In total, 550 airplanes, planes and 257 helicopters, 9,588 unmanned aerial vehicles, 442 air defense missile systems, 13,924 tanks and other armored fighting vehicles, 1,188 combat vehicles equipped with MLRS, 7,284 field artillery guns and mortars, as well as 16,096 units of special military equipment have been destroyed during the special military operation.